What's up, people? I wanted to weigh in on this topic once again. I've talked about it before, but I feel like I'm just compelled to talk about it again because I think my perspective and my voice is unique on not only this issue, but so many issues, right? Conservative, liberal, on climate change, um, like love and marriage, and almost any issue. I feel like I'm that lone voice projecting my perspective, which is right, seeing the strength of the argument of both sides and coming to that mid ground, which is what we're after. Because we're not all going to agree on things ever, and we shouldn't wish that because that's boring. I'll give you the background on this video. Growing up, I was raised in a Catholic family, and I loved the religion. I was devout. I sang the songs and loved Jesus, and I loved my parents. They're awesome people. And out of that love of them, it made me reluctant to even question the faith that they tried to pass on to me. That maybe it wasn't true. Maybe God isn't real. Maybe Jesus wasn't born of virgin. Maybe all that's, it was hard for me to question that stuff. So I was indoctrinated with my mom, lover, wonderful woman, very pro-life, and fed me like her philosophy, and I was sold on the pro-life view of things. That heartbeat and the baby in the womb, it's got really most of the signs of what we would define as life, and it's precious. And I don't like the idea of killing and death. I was sold. I was convinced that my way was right. The pro-life argument was right and true, and it was God's way. And it was kind of shocking for me, a wake up, when in high school I started to have these discussions with my high school buddies who weren't as religious as I am, and didn't see it the way I did, that life begins with a beating heart. And it was so upsetting to me. I was pissed. I felt so holier than thou and judgmental about anyone who didn't see it my way. But it didn't take long for me to recognize that. My friends, they're not dumb. Or they weren't dumb. They're thoughtful, empathetic people who didn't see it the same way that I did, who weren't convinced that life inside the womb is a human being, which should have all the rights of someone who is born and living in the world. Long story short, that's just life. That's it. People who are caring and empathetic and wonderful, loving people may not see it the same way that you do, and you recognize it's really a gray line of when you define life begins, and it always will be. No matter what I say to you, they're going to have a different perspective, perhaps, on that issue. And that's just always going to be the case. So look, at the end of the day, someone who does not see that pre-born fetus, or whatever you want to call it, baby, that thing that's growing in the womb, doesn't see it as a living, fully fledged human being, and it's in their belly, and they have to make a choice of whether I'm going to give birth to this thing or not. If they don't see it my way, they're going to do it. Whether it's legal or illegal, that's such a huge, monumental decision that it doesn't matter what the law says. Just the same way that drug users aren't going to respect what the law says is okay or not okay. They're going to do it. And this is way more important. So, again, the bottom line is this: how do we find a common ground, a middle ground, a living ground that we can all agree upon? I think it's this: a country and a world where everyone has the right to an abortion, but very few choose to have that abortion because they have access to all the information, the health risks, and have access to contraception. Very few unwanted pregnancies. You're never going to stop abortions from happening. Someone who wants an abortion, or really needs an abortion, is going to find a way And unfortunately, a lot of times just in a very unhealthy way. And the pro-life side twists the facts and the data about this, about all the risks. I don't believe it's true. Just be real with people. Present them with the information. This is what's happening inside you. These are the risks. And if you choose to have an abortion, then it should be safe and legal. And because look, you can't pass a law. You cannot pass a law tomorrow outlawing abortion and just think that abortions are going to stop happening. They're going to happen. They will happen. The law is irrelevant. The only way the pro-life side of this debate is ever going to win is by winning hearts and minds. You pass a law making it illegal, you will have a revolution. We're going to be up in arms, and they're still going to have the abortion. Anyway, it would just be unhealthy and unsafe. So again, a country and a world where everyone has the right to an abortion, but very few choose to because there's very few unwanted pregnancies and because they understand the biology. And so both sides have to give a little. The pro-life side pointing the finger, oh, there's baby killers. Obama's a baby killer. Sorry, wrong. They're not bad people. I've been on both sides of this issue. And what kind of helped turn me around and see both sides was becoming a fundraiser for a lot of like progressive, liberal, human rights, animal rights causes, and hearing the discussion from the pro-choice side. These are loving, caring people. They're not baby killers. They don't hate babies. No one does. And the pro-life side, they don't hate women. And that was a frustrating thing for me, like in high school, having discussion, and some of my, not so much friends, but people want to discuss it. Oh, you just hate women. You want women to be shoeless and pumping out babies in the kitchen. I said, no, dipshit, that's not it at all. I mean, every fucking issue, all I see are stupid, idiotic, fucking judgmental children bickering. There's no effort to understand each other or find common ground, and I'm pissed off, guys. I'm pissed off. Here's my resolve on this issue and any other. You can fucking kill me. Don't care. Man, I love life. I love meeting people and dancing and all that shit. But I'm tired of this bullshit. The fear, the judgments, and fucking dipshits. God, Scotty, beam me up. I'm done. These people are dumb. I love them, but they're fucking dumb. And I can't get my fucking voice through, right, on anything. World peace, restoring democracy, new religion, free of dogma. Doesn't matter. Nothing happens. So, you're looking at a guy who has lost all his fear and is fully alive. And yeah, I'll go down with the ship. I'll go down with the fucking ship. I'll be the last guy in this reality. Because this is just fascinating to me. I may have talked too much, but yeah, whatever. I look, I wish you well. And whatever you think about anything, it's cool. We all find the answer someday. We just do. Yeah, bye.